Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video I want to talk about the news from MCM London Comic Con about the new Earthrise faction called Mercenaries. Now it was reported by TFW 2005 that Earthrise will be set in space and Mercenaries can switch factions. So a couple things that come to my mind is like we see Earth modes, Earth vehicle modes, but it's gonna take place in space, so I'm kind of wondering how that's gonna happen. Like, do they get their Earth modes while in space, or I don't know. But be interesting to see that one, we are getting Mercenaries, and two, that it's set in space. So what I have here is an image of the Mercenaries symbol that was put on the trading card game cards that were previewed, and it looks pretty cool. It looks like a hybrid of an Autobot, Decepticon. I'm also getting a Maximal vibe for some reason, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. So I'm assuming if we get some toys, and I hope we do, of Mercenaries, that this is going to be what is stamped on them. Now right now with this video I can only just speculate and hope or wish of what I'd like to see out of Earthrise now that I know that we're getting some Mercenaries. But I wanted to also base it on some stuff that we've had in the past and some previews that was recently given. So first I want to just go through the previews from the trading card game, because I think this is probably our first look into what we can expect with Mercenaries. Here we have Deadlock. Looks like a Cybertronian mode. So I don't know, with Earthrise looking like vehicle modes, I don't think Deadlock will be in it. But then again, with them saying that it's going to be set in space, who knows, maybe the first wave that we saw are all Earth modes, but maybe Earthrise will have a mixture of Earth and Cybertronian modes. But it'd be kind of cool to have Deadlock as a mercenary toy. Here we have Detritus, I guess that's how you say it. Now this one looks a little interesting for me. I don't know if this character was made in prior lines, but just looking at him, he looks like he would be a slight retool of Siege Hound. If you look at the vehicle mode and the robot mode, I mean, it looks like a repaint of Hound. And I mean, if in robot mode, definitely looks like Hound, but in the vehicle mode, you can see that he has his tire. So I don't know. I am actually kind of excited for this to have another Hound repaint. I didn't think I'd like the Hotshot one too much, but after I got it, I really like it. And if they make it like this with the weapons are different and everything, I think that would be very cool. So another mercenary that we could possibly see in Earthrise, and this might be hinting that we might get some slight remolds of Siege figures in the upcoming toy line. And you know, if we don't, this would be a cool custom to do. Alright, the next preview we got in cards is Lockdown, and he's known to be a mercenary. This looks more like the animated or mix of animated, at least in the vehicle mode for me. But definitely think we would get Lockdown. Now in here, the card, he's known as a bounty hunter, so which reminds me of another bounty hunter that in G1 that we'll get to a bit later. So hopefully we get Lockdown as well in toy form. Next preview is Mudflap. In Mudflap, they call him a hired muscle. Now the vehicle mode is a little crane. I don't know. It could be very well a new mold. It looks like it could also be, I mean, just looking at the designs, this looks like it could be a retool of maybe one of the Combiner Wars Hotspot or whatever. I don't know. I mean, just looking at the arms and all that stuff, I mean, or it could be something new, or we could not even get it. Who knows? All speculative right now, just speculating and hoping, like I said. Another mercenary that was previewed in the card game, which kind of has me wondering, is Octone. Now he definitely looks like Octane from G1, but I mean the head and everything, but I guess they don't have the name Octane. Maybe the the second alt mode looks totally different from the G1 style. So honestly, I don't know how I feel about, I guess, Octane becoming a mercenary, but who knows? We'll see what happens. And the last card preview from Siege, the card game for the mercenary expansion, is Nightbird. Now we got Nightbird. This is the exact same Nightbird that we got from Generation Select, and I believe she has a Decepticon symbol. Let me double check.
Before we get into the video, I just wanted to remind folks that I will be raffling off this Titans Returns Overlord custom I did to anyone who donates to my Extra Life page. Link to the page will be in the description.
So I just checked my Siege Nightbird, and she does not have a Decepticon symbol. So I guess she could fit in as a mercenary as well. Now I know in G1 she didn't transform, she didn't have an alt mode or whatever, but for me, I have to realize that these are new lines. These are they give us references to G1, but even though I love G1 so much, this is not G1. This is just like tributes, or I guess, I don't know, references, I guess, and throwbacks. That's pretty much it. But Nightbird is listed as a mercenary in the card set, so maybe in the Earthrise storyline she would also be a mercenary. But that leaves us with some other figures that I think would be cool to add for Earthrise as mercenaries. In G1 we had Defcon. He was a bounty hunter too, but more on the good side, unlike Lockdown. But I don't know, maybe he could work as a mercenary. It'd be kind of cool to have Earthrise style or Siege style toy of him. And the other one is, I believe, from Armada, Sideways. I remember the toy, if you transformed him a certain way, he was an Autobot, or transformed another way, or I think it was whoever was on top or whatever. It's been so long, but I remember he could be both. I mean, we also had something similar like that with Punch Counter Punch, but he's more of I don't think a double agent, but I thought he was probably more of a spy, just to disguise himself as a Decepticon. So hoping we can get those as figures in Earthrise. But the biggest thing that I'm hoping for that we get in Earthrise as a mercenary is this Doubledealer. And I'm always saying we need a new Doubledealer. The last Doubledealer we had was not good at all. And let me just... Okay, here is the last Doubledealer we had. It was basically a slight retool. I guess they gave him a different head of Generations Blitzwing and repainted. And while he has Doubledealer's colors, he's not... I mean, I think Doubledealer deserves his own unique mold. And let me get back here. This is the G1 Doubledealer, and you can see he was a pretty big robot. And depending on the Power Master you use, you could make him into the Autobot form or Decepticon form. The Decepticon form was the bird. The Autobot form was the robot. But I think it's a pretty cool gimmick. I don't think they'll use that gimmick, but I would love a Doubledealer figure. In fact, I would love him to be at least a leader class, or if I had my way, a commander class. But with Earthrise having the third faction of mercenaries, it actually gives me hope that we might have a better offering of Doubledealer in chug scale for Transformers. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all the mercenaries info that we got, what I'm speculating on. Who would you like to see in Earthrise as a mercenary? All in all, I think it's pretty cool, and I can't wait till 2020 to see how everything plays out. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.